On this week's World of Saltwater Fishing, the Mark 6 is down off Islamorada in the Florida Keys, and I'll be taking the Florida Keys Tourism Trip winner, the Fish with George contest, out for an exciting adventure. You do not want to miss this episode.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing. Big fish don't stand a chance.
Hey, Sam.
Hey!
So you entered the Florida Keys Fishing with George Poveromo video competition, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that the committee judged the entries, and they just notified me that you're the winner of the Florida Keys Fish with George Poveromo contest.
No way! I don't win anything!
You won this one. The Florida Keys Tourism put on a contest called Fish with George, where contestants had to do a video of 60 seconds or less on why they wanted to fish with me in the fabulous Florida Keys. And the winning video would not only get a trip to the Florida Keys to fish with me, but would be my guest on a World of Saltwater Fishing episode. And when the smoke cleared, Samantha was the trip winner, and this is how this whole adventure started.
So I grew up fishing mostly inshore for snook and reds. And then when I grew up and met my now husband, fishing became our thing that we did on the weekends. So we ventured off into offshore a little bit, and we fished for hogfish and tarpon fish. We have made fishing our lifestyle.
And part of the winning package was that the winner would be brought to the Florida Keys. Pines and Palms Resort in Islamorada would host us.
Pines and Palms is absolutely beautiful. Oh, the welcoming committee here was so great. They gave me a bottle of champagne and this beautiful gift basket full of goodies. And my room, I have this cute little cottage here, and it is so peaceful and beautiful, and you couldn't ask for a better view. I mean, it is just open ocean. It's gorgeous.
Columbia would outfit Sam with PFG sportswear. Fenora would supply the sunglasses for the trip. We had a dinner lined up at Jigging's. Then, of course, going out on the Mark 6 and catching fish with me. So all the pressure at this point was on me to make sure this was going to be a good trip. Here I was, in the dark, a worldwide sportsman, loading up the Mark 6, and my goal was to go out and hit the humps off Islamorada and try to limit out on blackfin tuna early in the game, and then from there, segue into trolling or running and gunning for mahi.
That's exciting because I've never caught tuna before, and I knew that I was in for some new experiences.
So as we left Worldwide Sportsman and we were making our way offshore, we wanted to start super early. One of the tricks of scoring at the hump for the blackfin tuna was to be one of the very first boats there. And my plan was, once we got to the hump, I would slow the boat down, position ourselves on the upcurrent side of the hump, and troll 2 swimming plugs. And it surely didn't take long. Bam, bam. All right, Sam.
You want me to keep it in the rod holder?
You can take it out and have fun with it. Sort of acting like you have a fish. We'll see. See what you have. You got something there. All right, why don't you trade places with me? All right, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Whoa, hands your blackfin. Whoa. Get over here. You got to cheese it up, girl.
You get the first fish caught, and you're like, all right, we're good to go. Got the jitters out.
We got the skunk out of the boat and our first blackfin tuna in the Mark 6, and things were really looking great at this stage of the game. The plugs were starting to really turn on.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by Penn. Let the battle begin. Mako. You'll find them where the fish are. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Mercury Marine. Go boldly. George, we'll be right back.
With Samantha's very first blackfin tuna aboard the Mark 6, expectations are high for a banner day off Islamorada. I'm trolling the upcurrent side of the 409 hump with Samantha Dominis, the winner of the Florida Keys Fish with George video contest. So as we were trolling along, working the hump, you see more and more boats start to come out. So In order not to get behind them or interfere with them at all, we worked the upcurrent side pretty much ahead of those boats, trolling parallel to the hump itself, which is perfect. This is where these blackfins were stacking. You looked at the Simrad machine in the boat and you could see him holding down 150, 200 feet. So we would just work our trolling patterns in front of everybody else, stayed out of everybody's way, and sure enough, it was a winning combination. Those plugs were raking the blackfins in short order.
Double up, put one in gear. How's it on your side?
Good. Fantastic.
Mine pulled. Mine is off. It's up to you, Sam. I'll put
No
this
pressure.
here. No pressure. I'm gonna come over and help release it for you, or we'll take it for you. Same deal, you go to my right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was letting that back, because it felt like we had weeds, letting it back, and it hit me, and then all of a sudden yours went down, we had a double. There's a blackfin. Bring it, and then just swing the rod to me. Whoa, hang, he's not ready yet, not ready. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a net for this one.
He's strong though.
Hang on, nice and easy, Sam, nice and easy.
Whew. Got my arm workout in.
Now, let me see if I get, there you go. That's a good thing about that net finish.
So after we took our share with the swimming plugs, said, Sam, let's do something a little bit different before we leave. Let me shut the boat down. We'll break out the jigging tackle, 20-pound test braid. We had 30-pound fluorocarbon leader, and we had the Williamson Kansaki jigs. I told her, drop that jig down about 100, 150 feet or so and start jigging it. And sure enough, it didn't take long. She was hooked up on the Kansaki jig.
Oh, I just put the net away. What are you doing to me?
Making you work.
Just like a pro, huh? Okay, here's the leader. Nice and easy. Don't bring him up too far up. Nice circles.
Getting the fourth.
Come down here.
Fourth blackfin. Oh. What that first time with the net?
We landed out on our blackfins. Check that, huh?
Pretty guy.
Here's the Julio and Glacier slide right
Yeah,
there.
color.
And up come a couple blackfins on that.
It was a different fight, and I liked it, and it was really fun. They're good fighting fish to reel in.
That's how hot of a bite it was. So we limited out with blackfin tuna, all on artificials. From there, it was off to find the mahi. Now, I will admit, I had a little advanced knowledge of a good stretch of water where the mahi may be. This came to me from a Ross fishing forecast analysis.
I love fishing for mahi because they're chaotic fish. And so it's always very exciting.
And I noticed that we had a good slug of blended blue water not far from the hump, between 650 to 690 feet, but it looked good. You had lots of flyers in here, and we had the right temperature break. I put out a spread of 5 weedless ballyhoo, 2 outriggers, a center rigger, 2 flat lines, started to work this edge, and I told Sam, when one of these baits get knocked down, it's all you. This is your trip.
All right, hold on, Sam. Hang on. Let me do something here. Just keep tight. I'm going to switch over here. Rod tip low. Go over the top of you. All right, snake them in. Let's see how good he's hooked. Keep winding. Wind, wind, wind. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Woo!
And there's your dolphin. Oh, oh. He was hooked very well. I'll tell you what we do. Let's open up the fish box and give me some slack, or take the swivel off. Put him in there. It's all you. That might be a little bigger. Might have to gap that one. Oh, he pulled,
Oh,
Sam.
I was gonna say,
Okay,
why
that's
is
a
it
pull. All right, we have one more here. I'm going to flip this one in. Coming back here. We waited, we waited, we waited. This lunar kicked in, we found fish. And inbound. Sam,
Yes.
craziness, huh?
Yes, I love the chaos of getting into a school mahi. I mean, look how fast his color's already turning.
People like to say it's controlled chaos. There's nothing controlled about it.
The waters off the Florida Keys typically experience solid pushes of mahi in September and often in early October. Whereas past beliefs hold that these mahi are returning from their spring migration into mid-Atlantic and even northern waters, tagging studies are indicating these are yet more migrations coming up from the Caribbean. Best bet, look for bait-rich weeds, debris, flying fish concentrations, and the true edges of the Gulf Stream between 500 and 1,000 feet of water. Trolling is an excellent tactic this time of year. In artbypasta.com from Catch the Canvas Rendering.
Catch the canvas, baby.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by Simrad, for those who never settle. Rapala holds the world record for world records. Suffix, always use the best line. Starbright, clean and protect with Starbright. George, we'll be right back.
With a hot mahi bite materializing, Samantha Dominis, the Florida Keys Fish with George video contest winner, hooks into a sea monster that won't slow down. We give chase, but the end result isn't what we were hoping for. The action is taking place off Islamorada in the Florida Keys.
Just keep tight. I'm gonna have to turn around here. She got a billfish. Let me get over here.
And it goes, boom, and that line is just going out. So we're reeling in. We think it's a billfish of some sort, hopefully a marlin.
And I'm gonna post her on this. I gotta get her. That's just marlin or something. No. I'll get her right here.
This thing's gonna take forever to reel in.
No, just start winding now.
Start winding.
Stop.
When you can. Let me see where I'm at here. Hooked up, smoking, cookout. Over half that international 30. Hope it didn't pull. Just smoking me, turning into chase mode. Let me see that for a second. I mean, just see what I think it pulled.
What cost us that fish, I believe, is the lack of a wind-on leader, which I typically use on all my trolling gear. I scaled down to a 6-foot leader of 50-pound fluorocarbon for mahi and feel confident that the 30-pound main line contacted the fish's tail or body and parted. Was it a blue marlin? Or perhaps a bluefin tuna which had been periodically sighted and hooked in the Florida Keys? Unfortunately, we'll never know. But the wind-ons are going back on my reels.
I had rigged 30 ballyhoo thinking that would be overkill. I really thought that in a good day we'll burn up 15 or so baits. And I'm telling you what, I was lucky I went overkill and did 30 rigged ballyhoo because we were burning through them fast with mahi. We found this little bit of a broken weed line that we settled in on, and that's just the way this game went. It was either a single, it was a double, it was a triple.
Okay, here we go.
Woo!
It ain't coming. It ain't coming.
Ooh, he's a big one.
I got a nicer one here on light tackle. Wow, I got a nice
Bloody
fish
mess.
here. Hang on, I'll bring you over here. Hey, just gently extend over the top of him when he's ready. He's not
Okay.
ready yet. See, he's still. Try it. Flip him in, lift him up one. You did it.
I did it!
Oh, all right. You know what? I got a confession. I was nervous as heck.
He's a big boy.
Very familiar situation. Pump, pop, 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 pop.
You didn't really have enough time to sit and break down and enjoy a sandwich because you knew that the action was going to be fast and coming.
It's all you. We're gonna let you shine on this one. All right.
Got him in.
Turn the rod to the left. Keep winding, okay. Turn the rod to the right. All right, let's see what we can do with him. It's a very light leader. Go, Sam.
He's a good one.
And it was a perfect September mahi day in the Florida Keys. And me, I was feeling really good because I had impressed Sam and we were filming an episode of the TV series. And the last thing you want to do is look bad when you have a trip winner all the way from Bradenton fishing with you and you're trying to make a show out of it. At this point in time, I was feeling like a hero.
Speaking of heroes, Moat Marine is committed to rejuvenating and enhancing southern Florida's coral reefs, which have been in decline due to increasing ocean temperatures, higher acidic levels, improper anchoring, and other related issues. I had an opportunity to visit their Islamorada base and learn firsthand from marine biologists and personnel how they're grafting and replanting certain corals on or near damaged reef tracts, those believed to be able to withstand these environmental changes. Join me for an up-close and personal tutorial on the efforts by Moat to protect and enhance our critical coral ecosystems. With commitments like that by Moat and similar organizations, we aspire to leave thriving reefs for future generations.
George's Tackle Locker.
Are fuel additives worth their expense? Absolutely. My preventative to any concerns over suspect fuel in my boat is a bottle of Startron enzyme fuel treatment. This is especially true when traveling to remote areas and where ethanol-free fuel is not available. Startron's proprietary blend of enzymes improves the combustibility of all fuel, including ethanol blends. And for boats that sit for extended periods of time, Startron rejuvenates old fuel as well as prevents gum, varnish, and carbon deposits. I also add a dosage when fueling up my diesel truck to ensure strong and smooth performance when trailering the Mark VI.
Mercury Performance Stats, Islamorada, Florida Keys. Seas, 3 to 4 feet. Power, triple Mercury Verado V10 400 horsepower outboards. Props, Mercury Revolution X 25-inch pitch. Total miles, 97. Consistent cruise, 3,700 RPMs. Speed, 40 miles per hour on average. Total fuel burned, 79 gallons. George, we'll be right back. George, Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. ACR, the leader in marine safety electronics. Papa's Pilar Artesian Crafted Rum. Never a spectator. VMC, your expert in hooks. Art by Pasta, real life art. Visit artbypasta.com.
Here we are. We've got a box full of fish. And it was time to head to the barn, as we like to say, or I like to say. And we're getting ready to leave, and we did notice a blue barrel. We made a slow run over there and noticed that there's a triple tail. So Sam, how would you like to make the one last cast and get this triple tail? It took a couple tries, but then she landed that perfect drop.
You can have him. Wine. Hang on, I'll get the net. Machete's behind him. You get a net.
Next thing you know, she's onto a triple tail.
Here's your triple tail.
Woohoo! Triple the fun.
Let's get him out of here. Here's your triple tail. What do you think?
He's a pretty fish. I don't think he's big
It's
enough.
gonna be short. He's gonna be short, so we let this guy go.
So let's let this fish go. It's been a great day. We turned that fish back to its environment, and she made a great last cast. So we got back to the dock. We had so many fish that I figured, you know what, we got to do a team effort here. So I actually loaded the tuna and the dolphin into a cart with Sam and joined her on the fish cleaning table.
We agreed to both clean the fish.
After a long day, we returned to Pines and Palms Resort. Pines and Palms is an old Florida-style property comprised of villas, townhomes, single studios, a pool, and a white sand beach among rich foliage. Also on property is Sea La Vie, a beachside boutique inspired by noted marine artist Pasta Pantaleo. Samantha received the full tour and was even presented with a special print by the man himself, Pasta Pantaleo. With early evening now setting in, it was time to treat our trip winner to dinner at Jigging and Mad Dogs. We conversed about fishing and other subjects over incredible appetizers, entrees, and desserts. Yes, I think we spoiled Samantha.
Winning this trip was a trip of a lifetime. I have not gotten to ever go out and on a trip by myself like this before, and it was such an amazing and outstanding experience. And I am so lucky that they're all the sponsors for this trip, that I was able to do it and that they chose me. And it's just, I'm very fortunate and grateful for this experience.
Everything I wanted to do, we set forth and we did. We took care of the blackfins. I put her on the mahi. We had a perfect weather window. How do I think the trip ended up? The Florida Keys Tourism Fish with George contest with trip winner Samantha Dominis from Bradenton. I thought it was a home run.
This trip with George was a chance of a lifetime, and I can't express how grateful I am that I got to experience this, and I just hope that in the future I get to fish with George again.
If you want to keep track of our fishing adventures, we welcome you to follow us on our social media. I'm on Facebook at facebook.com/George.Poveromo. I'm on Instagram at George Poveromo. And you can see our shows in 4K broadcast quality on YouTube at my YouTube channel, which is George Poveromo TV. Jump aboard and ride along with us.